All right, y'all. Free agency has gotten underway. A lot of big moves have been made. Excited to talk about it all. We've already addressed our Lakers. Thank y'all for tuning into that episode. A lot of good stuff we talked about with them and all the things going on here in LA. Excited for what's going on with Laker Nation and great things there. Going beyond them, though, there are plenty of other moves we made that we wanted to address across the whole league with draft picks that have made, a lot of big trades that have been going on and all of that. And we brought back a tier maker or tier list that we reviewed a couple of times in the past, and we're going to use that to address the winners of the free agency so far, some losers, some teams that are stuck in limbo. Please do something. Please do something. Squads, as we call them, and squads that are clearly tanking and positioning themselves for a full rebuild. So excited to jump into it all. We're going to intro for the last episode, so we'll jump straight into it for this one. Excited for all that's going on here in free agency. A few big moves have been made that clearly could elevate a few teams. And let's go ahead and start with the winners. Honestly, Alec, who you have as your winners of free agency so far?
Yeah, I mean, we already did a full Lakers episode, so don't have to go deep into them. I think we can put them as winners from what we discussed. I think sticking with LA, I think the Clippers are also winners, just getting Russ on a very, very team-friendly deal. Right now with the current roster, you have the talent to compete with the high-end teams in the West. It's just about the health, and they're potentially also in the Dame sweepstakes, in the James Harden sweepstakes as well. So I don't know that they're done in free agency, but so far were able to bring back Russ, who was huge for them. They re-signed Plumlee, who was a good acquisition for them.
Sure.
Didn't retain Eric Gordon. He was making like $17 million or something, and they didn't want to pay him that. So I think they're in a good spot right now with the current construction of Russ, PG, and Kawhi to be in contention again. And I think there is another shoe's gonna drop essentially.
Sure. So yeah, I can see them being in contention again. Kind of what we talk about the Lakers. They're health away at this point. Like if they can just finally get Kawhi and PG on the court for a long stint and to make a real playoff run, they did make a real push there. And seeing what Russ did in these last playoffs, he still has plenty of legs left in him. He took this time to stay with this team, seeing the potential that it had. So I agree with you there and see why you had them as a winner so far. And moves are still to be made potentially. So yeah, I'm rolling. Where are we going to go next?
With the potential moves to be made, the Blazers got to be in please do something. Dame finally solidified a trade request. He's been waffling for years, and he finally is running from the grind. Thank God, as you see in my caption. It was time. And they could honestly be losers a little bit just because they're finally losing their star. They're losing their star, and they signed Jeremy Grant for $160 million or whatever,
right?
To try to retain Dame. So that's kind of a loss because I don't think Jeremy Grant was worth that big of money. But I think please do something because we've been begging for this trade to happen with Dame. And if they somehow ended up not trading him or doing this thing where they don't want to trade him to Miami, so it drags on and it ends up going to an awkward spot. I would like a deal to be done soon, so we're not still talking about this.
Clearly, he wants to get to Miami. He was randomly playing "Welcome to Miami" in the back of his IG live the other day, and hinted to Miami on numerous occasions. It appears all eyes are to there. But to your point, the question I had in my mind was, if for some reason Miami does not follow through, as you've seen Pat Riley for whatever reason go a different direction than we thought he would, what other teams would you like to see make a push for Dame right now?
I think the Clippers would be a great spot if they didn't have to give up one of PG or Kawhi.
Correct.
I think the Clippers could definitely use a point guard of his caliber because I believe they're going to use Russ as a 6-man type thing, like what they were kind of doing before PG and Kawhi both got hurt.
Right.
And they're only paying him $4 million, so I think they would definitely welcome if it's him or Harden being their point guard. So I would love to see him in LA. I'm not mad at the Nets. That's a team that's been rumored for a while too with Miami. I don't think that necessarily makes the Nets a contender, but it's not a bad fit. They're missing a superstar, so I wouldn't be mad at that. But there isn't really a whole lot of other destinations that I could see him being at. I guess New York too, but yeah.
In regards to teams that could add him and be a contender, I don't think the Nets would add him and be a contender. I think they'd be good and entertaining for Brooklyn's sake.
Right.
They'd be a contender. A team that could be a sneaky contender if they added him. I pointed it out, and I kind of got laughed at. You might laugh again. Okay. But if for whatever reason there have been talks that Minnesota might not want to retain Cat because of his contract, they be coming up. He's a guy who, based on his talents, is a match-worthy guy. But if not, Garner has not achieved that success, playoff depth, runs, anything like that. Right. But you have Anthony Edwards there, who's a blooming star. You have Rudy, who you can have your jokes about, whatever, but is a valuable piece. They just re-signed Naz Reid, who has shown elevate his game. They have pieces there that, and they already have been in the playoffs and things. And I know that partially was because of Cat. But seeing that they can readjust the orchestration of that offense, instead of having the Twin Towers down there, which in a way hasn't truly worked as they hoped it would. Readjusting and now having a guard alongside Anthony Edwards, so he can turn to and can carry the load when needed. Having a Dame and Anthony Edwards backcourt, I think it could be a real scary thing. So that was something that came to mind. I think also on the flip side for Portland, if you now have Scoot and Anthony in the backcourt, and you have Cat in the front court, I think it fits for both sides. So that seemed like an immediate name that came to mind for me. I don't know if they're even thinking about that, or maybe they are, but hasn't been publicized. But that was something that seemed like it balanced out for a win-win on both sides there.
Another thought that just came to my mind quickly, I don't think Harden would want to play there, but if somehow like the Harden for Dame swap happened, I think Dame and Philly would be perfect, like Dame with Embiid, that duo there. And I know Tobias has been in rumors, so I don't know if they move off of him, but as currently constructed, like I think like with Tobias, Embiid, Maxey, and you add Dame to that, like I think it would be a really good team. And I don't think Dame has the same floundering in the playoffs that Harden does.
Right.
So that would be interesting, but I don't think that deal happens. But
right. Yeah. I don't think Dame wants to go there. He wants to go to Miami. So we'll see. So yeah, please do something to Portland. Either way, do something with them and move on, as you have a great young core that can be developed with Dame in a way and out of the way, quote unquote. So yeah, where next would you like to go?
I guess just with the team that's right there at the top two, Milwaukee. I think I would also have them in please do something because I think they are still a really good team. They had a little bit of a much earlier exit than expected with Giannis getting hurt and then getting outplayed by Miami. But they're getting a bit older, a little like less versatile, and I think they need to bring a little bit of youth in there. I'm not mad at re-signing Middleton. I think it was helpful that he declined his player option and came back for less money.
Right.
I think re-signing Brook is great, but it's largely the same roster. They lost Javon Carter, who was a decently impactful piece for them defensively too. So I think the current nucleus of Drew, Giannis, Middleton, and Lopez is good. Just getting older, and they could use a bit of youth infused in there. They signed Malik Beasley to potentially be a three-point shooter to help. He can be streaky, we know, as Lakers fans.
Right.
So I think they need to do a little bit more, like on the edges of that roster. And so that's why I'd put them there.
I'm rolling with that, and we won't stick too long on these things. We'll come back if need be. But moving on, I guess sticking to these top tier names, a team that has become top tier in recent years is the Suns, and we saw the moves that they made, acquiring Bradley Beal in the trade. Now to pair with D-Book and Kevin Durant and Ayton, who is still on the roster as well. Would you have them as winners with adding Bradley Beal and see them as top tier, or you think they can actually fall apart having too many, I guess, ball handlers there on that squad pot?
Well, man, I think ultimately they're winners. I think they're winners, and I think I was pleasantly surprised. No, not surprised. They kind of got the tier of players that I thought they would acquire with the money they had left, but I think they filled out the roster about as best as they could with the money they had left. Getting guys like Eric Gordon and Watanabe and that kind of thing. So, what was it? It was like Eubanks and they didn't get like a huge difference makers, but they filled out the roster decently. Metu, you're a Sacramento guy. You're right. So I think they're winners. Like they got the big fish with Bradley Beal, and then they filled out the roster. We're gonna have question marks about the defense, but yeah, I think they're winners.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely see a great pairing there of Bradley Beal and G Book. I think that they immediately become.
KD.
I'm saying I said backcourt. I said backcourt
Oh,
of
that's what you mean.
Bradley
Okay.
Beal and D Book, and see these two as potentially the best backcourt in the league, just based on the two talents that are there. We haven't seen two top tier guys like that besides like I guess Stephen Clay in that way. But we'll see how they operate. We haven't seen them as truly one either of them as a true point guard in that role. So
Right.
we'll see who facilitates as need be there. But yeah, I like the pairing there. I like obviously having KD and Ayton and hope for a bounce back from him there as well. And yeah, I just agree with all you said about how they ran out the roster and see great things for them going forward. And hopefully they can get close to over the hump and at least not too far as our Lakers and teams are hoping to make that full jump there. So good stuff there. You joked about my Kings. The Kings re-signed Domantas Sabonis, got him an extension, which I was debatable on. I saw it as a team that may have laid a little bit of a blueprint for itself. You had a chance to even take another step from there and maybe go for a haymaker. You might swing for that, but they didn't do that and decided to keep the core intact. Keeping Harrison Barnes is still on the roster as well. Right. Sabonis is brought back and amongst other things. Let me go back to the tier. Sorry. So yeah, I think the Kings. I'll toss it to you to be honest with you because I can see them as a winner for staying as it is, or I can see them as please do something as a team that still may have a little bit of room to elevate in this Western Conference.
Yeah, they're somewhere in between there. Like I'd say winners because like they retained their core guys, their all NBA guys, and they have that nucleus there. They've got Mike Brown there.
They traded for Chris Duarte from the Pacers, who had a great rapport with Sabonis when they were both there. So I guess they're trying to bring that back out of him here in Sacramento. So yeah, if that can work. We already saw that we had great guard step up in a great way this last season. So if he can contribute to that as well, it will surely be needed. But yeah, just addressing that 3 spot where Harrison Barnes is at. If Harrison Barnes is going to be that guy, then great, and hopefully he can get over his I don't want to call them shakes, but just get past his misfortune of the past. Then great. But if not, then we're still going to be in the same spot as we were last year.
Right. So, with you saying that, I would probably say please do something because I don't think they got better, but I think they retained the guys that made them better last year. But they're not going to sneak up on anybody this year.
There were fans, and usually the Kings were not in this spot, but there were photoshops of Jaylen Brown in the Kings jersey. There were photoshops of before the trade there was KD in the Kings jersey. There's now photos of OG Anunoby for the Raptors in the Kings jersey. Like we see that 3 spot is the missing piece for this squad. So hopefully Harrison Barnes sees that as well and elevates his game. But until that is addressed, whether it's him elevating or us doing something else to fill that void, it's going to be please do something for this squad, and we'll see how they correct that. So yeah, excited to see how things go forward there.
I was going to say I really.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I really don't see, and maybe we can knock out a couple of these. I don't see a whole lot of tanking teams, to be honest, at this point. Like. There probably will be a few weeks into the season.
Yeah,
we'll see. But I think the Wizards are there currently. With their nucleus is going to be Kuz and Jordan Poole. I think they'll have the greenest of lights, but I don't know that they're going to win a whole lot of games. Those 2 are individually good players, but the rest of the roster is not so hot. So
real quick, I was going to say we can speed through a few of these because they are kind of just they didn't make a whole lot of offseason moves. So. Yeah, I agree. We can kind of go in order if you wanted to. Minnesota didn't really do anything. I wouldn't necessarily consider them as tanking, but they're still in the please do something kind of lane for me as well. The Warriors, we saw what they did. You may take a second with them. We'll come back to them. But going to OKC added who did they add? I guess they add Chet.
They got Chet, yeah.
So that's a big thing. But he was already on the roster. So if you want to see that, would have been great. Yeah,
I probably have them as winners.
Sure, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
the Spurs added Wemby, so they technically are winners, but I don't know if they're going to be championship team. Of course,
no.
But for adding Wemby, I guess we'll give them a winner spot.
Yeah, this is off-season winners. This isn't championship winning teams. Yeah.
The Sixers, you want to take time with that, or you want to speed through it?
Please do something. We talked about James Harden and his trade requests, so. That I think they need to make a deal because they've hit their ceiling. They have not been able to reach an Eastern Conference Finals with Embiid. So
It's been a funny flip on the Rockets. People saw the signs that they made, and they added Fred VanVleet. They added Dylan Brooks. They added a few young guys, and it was like, wait, they added Fred VanVleet. Wait, they added Dylan Brooks. Like, what is this team about to be? Like, so people went from being hyped for their additions to back to reality, and then almost even the opposite side to hating a full 180 on them as time progressed. So, are they winners or losers for adding all the pieces that they did this offseason?
Me personally, I think they're winners. A lot of people have used the phrase like they needed an adult in the room, and I agree with that. They needed a vet there or two.
Clearly, they had a lot of good team chemistry, but they needed a better product on the court to execute.
Josh Christopher is gone, I believe, correct?
Yeah, he got moved immediately.
Yeah. They have plenty of young talent who like hasn't fully like realized their NBA roles yet. And they have Ime Udoka is going to be in there. I think that's going to be great for them. I think VanVleet's going to be great for them. Dylan Brooks can be an impactful player defensively. So I think there'll be a play-in team we talked about already. So I think they win because they were a bottom feeder for the last couple seasons.
Why that?
Come on. Everything I said. Come on, man.
All right. Anyways, I actually agree with you. There are folks, like I said, that have gone back and forth and flipped on them. But I do actually see the Rockets, and I like the move that they made, and think that the veteran additions, as well as a coach having Ime there with the staff. He brought a lot of his staff from Boston over there, as well as I believe I saw earlier this offseason too. So I'm seeing that they are trying to commit to turn this team around. I think they'll do just that. And will we play in and could even possibly sneak? We'll see. I won't jump too far just yet, but they could be a real good squad, low key. I like Jalen Green a lot as a potential lead for that team going forward. So yeah, we'll see how that goes there.
Are there any definite losers that we can just like? Maybe the Hornets. Like Brandon Miller's a good player, but like most people saw like Scoot as more of the generational talent.
People wanted Scoot. The whole crowd booed when they drafted Brandon. He had his first preseason game today. 5 points, 3 assists, 6 fouls in the first half.
Oh, wait, really? I missed that.
You didn't see that? Yeah, he fouled out in the first half. So not a great first impression when you're already looked down upon by that city. So yeah, it may be tough for them. So we'll go ahead for now, I guess, based on that first performance, and say they're a loser. But I actually do like Brandon Miller. I think
he's a good player.
LaMelo got paid this offseason as well. So there's room for improvement there. We also might have to give them a loser spot for adding back a certain player to their roster.
Miles Bridges.
Yeah. So maybe give them the L for that as well. So yeah, we'll go ahead and call them loser for now. But moving on, Raptors, how you view them right now?
I guess kind of in the please do something because they still have guys that are in trade rumors between OG and Siakam, and I think Siakam wants $300 million or whatever, and they're
teetering real close to that tanking. They have a good core, but they are a couple of wrong moves away from having to reset this whole thing. So they almost reset it this last trade deadline and decided to hold on and didn't really make much of it after that. So they added our boy Grady over there, so we'll see if that helps at all. And excited to see how things bounce back. But for now, definitely please do something squad.
I'm okay with putting Dallas in losers. I don't think they've upgraded their talent at all in this offseason. They brought.
I was going to say actually that keeping Kai was a win. I thought he for sure was gone.
I guess it's a win if it works. I'm not mad at that because I don't think I didn't have any opposition to them bringing him back, but I don't think they've like.
I didn't either. I didn't think they would. It seemed like they had announced all these meetings. Oh, he's going to meet with the Suns. He's going to meet with the Lakers. He's going to meet with the Clippers and everybody else. I thought he was for sure out the door. And then I know where he signed a 3-year deal with Dallas there. So I thought just being able to keep him when it seemed like they were, like we talked about, potentially going to go down, lose him like they did with Jalen Brunson. Keeping him definitely was a win in my eyes, though they still have all the pieces to make adjustments to make there.
Yeah, they were like 5-10 or 5-11 with Luka and Kyrie, and I just think they need to improve the roster around them.
If you want to be losers, I'm cool with that. I won't argue too much beyond what I already said, so that's fine with me. Moving on, we'll go back now. I guess the Warriors, as we go in order now. The Warriors, how you have them adding Chris Paul, keeping Draymond, and losing Jordan Poole.
I think it depends who you are. Like you could see winner and you could see loser. If you wanted them to retain the nucleus of Clay, Dre, and Steph, then they're winners. Like them moving off of Jordan Poole allowed them to have like the money to be able to re-sign Draymond. Go for it.
Who are you?
I think I'm personally like more so in the loser side of it with Chris Paul's acquisition. I don't love that fit. Draymond tried to kind of remix it on Podcast P's podcast a little bit. Yeah, okay.
He can bring the best out of Kuminga and all these guys.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they got worse, but I don't think they got significantly worse, but I don't think they got better with those moves. So yeah. The Pacers were a definite loser to me too. I was just gonna get that out of the way.
Pacers were a loser.
They were a loser to me. I think
adding Bruce Brown and keeping Tyrese is losing.
I think keeping Tyrese is fine. I just think that it's a lot of money for a guy that's like been a borderline all-star to this point. I think he's going to be really good, even better next year. But it's a lot of money. It's like the top 4 richest contract, as we talked about now, with how the salary cap keeps going up.
Correct.
But that's a lot of money. I think Bruce Brown was a bit of an overpay. He's an impactful player, but he's not 18 to 20 point per game guy, and he's getting paid like it. And then Obi Toppin, I think, was the other guy they signed to. He potentially has promise, but I don't know. I don't think this like shifts them from 11 seed higher than play-in range.
Right.
I don't know. So that's why they were kind of a loser to me. I think Halliburton's a really good player, and I think Bruce Brown's a really good role player, but I don't know. I didn't think they won to me. You could push back if you want. It's fine.
Actually, no. I'm actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to actually add on in that post Paul George, we thought they were going into a full rebuild, hoping to reestablish a new contender again. The East is a side conference that has some I guess some vulnerability for teams to possibly take advantage of. And the Pacers, if they moved right, could establish themselves as another contender that could disrupt what's going on amongst the top teams there. So I don't think they've done that just yet. Tyrese is a very much a respectable player. Bruce is a very respectable player. OB is getting there as well. To the quote, I forgot who said it, but I love to see a black man get paid. Like salute to Austin for getting that bag that they got. But in regards to becoming a true contender, I don't know if these guys are going to be guys that get them over the hump now. We already saw what Tyrese has been doing there, and we may have some elevation, but I don't know. And we know Van Dick Mathurin is there, is going to have elevation as well.
True.
I don't know how much Bruce Brown and Obi. I don't know if they can get them over the hump there.
It's really just a talent, like a top end talent thing to me, because like they have Halliburton, who's a borderline all-star. Like he got the all-star nod last year.
Right.
Other than that,
I think I said to you in the group chat, I'm like, if Indiana's fine with having a team that just fills the seats and is entertaining, but may lose in the first, second round, then cool, that's what you got. But if you want a true contender, signing these guys with this money is not going to do just that. So it is what it is. But salute to them for getting the bag and their agents for working it out and all that good stuff. So we'll see how it plays. Moving on, the Pistons. What did they do? Did they do anything? I think they still kind of figuring it out. I don't know if they're fully tanking yet anymore, because they do have Cade and Jaden, and they got James Wiseman now, and
one of the Thompson twins too, right?
The Thompson twins are there as well, so they're not really tanking. I guess maybe because they added one of the Thompson twins, we'll call them winners, because they're going to add Cade back and he's healthy. So the one of the Thompson twins will be nice. This is a lot of room for growth for a lot of the guys across that squad. They're already throwing out offers. They're hearing offers for Bogdan Bogdanovic, I believe his name is.
Monty Williams, the head coach, right?
They just signed Monty Williams as well, so they clearly are trying to turn things around there. So I guess I'll call them a winner, even though they're not contention just yet. It may be hypocritical in comparison to the Pacers, but in comparison to where they were to where they are now, I think it is a step in comparison to what the Pacers just did. So I'll call them a winner to that. To the Pelicans, real quick. I can't remember what they did. I think they're still in the preseason mode.
They re-signed like Herb Jones to a longer like a 4-year deal, which is impactful player for them. They lost Hayes, obviously.
Right.
As far as the stars, Zion is still there. Was in trade rumors, of course. I don't know if those were real or not.
To me, it's kind of please do something, and
I agree.
It's kind of just yelling at Zion to just get in shape, and that's what the thing is. And
Yeah.
they have a team that, as we saw early on last season, was a top tier squad for a little while and could have carried on. They fought valiantly without Zion the rest of that season. If they can just get Zion or trade Zion for somebody that was more stable, whatever the case is, yeah, I think they could be a very legit squad there. Moving on, the Nuggets, our champs here, they lost Bruce Brown. I can't remember all the moves they made off the top of their head, but
Jeff Green went to Houston too. Not a big piece, but that's someone they lost. I believe they have the remaining of the core that we talked about. So yeah, I mean, I guess you just call them a winner. Like I don't think they're losers really,
right?
Unless you like really miss the Bruce Brown impact.
Well, because they have such a solid core beyond him, I think they just need other guys that can fill in nicely alongside them. I don't think they necessarily needed Bruce Brown, but he definitely stepped up nicely when called upon. As we saw, Mike Malone was clamoring for him, may have been drunkenly, but still was clamoring for him in their parading thing. So obviously his value was felt, but I think he could be replaced as they have to this offseason with him going away.
Mm-hmm. I think the Bulls are either tanking or please do something.
They're right. They're on the border. They're please do something and about to be tanking if they don't get the right move made.
If they trade LaVine, then they're tanking.
Right.
And he was in a rumor I saw.
If they trade DeMar, they're tanking.
Probably. I think it's similar situations.
I heard DeMar could get flipped potentially.
So they re-signed Vucevic for like $20 million a year.
Right.
They applied for the exception for Lonzo because he's going to be out the full season.
Thoughts and prayers,
of course. So yeah, they're on the border of tanking, but please do something. Yeah.
The Nets, please do something for sure. Correct.
Yeah.
We only got to stay long with that. Honestly, we see what's going on there. The Magic, kind of the same boat.
Yeah.
I went to their tanking, but they definitely can't think of anything to make them winners or anything like that. So the Knicks,
the Jazz,
Enzo.
Yeah.
They made sure they kept Josh Hart. They let Obi walk. Can't remember who they drafted either. I'm blanking on the draft, honestly, besides the top couple names.
Mm-hmm. Knicks. I don't think they got better. So I don't think they're winners necessarily.
Do something in my eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be a lot of those teams. It looks like the Jazz, I was going to say, do we know what they're doing? Like, are they tanking?
Again, they were supposed to be tanking, but Laurie came in as a force. So they're like, oh, all right, well, maybe we're not taking anymore. So they're kind of in the middle. So they had to do something still, of course, but they're not fully tanking just yet because of the pieces they found amidst all those trades. So as long as nothing happens while he's training overseas or whatever, they'll be in good shape and on the upswing still. So yeah, still looking up for the Jazz. The Heat obviously are please do something, get the trade done, get a piece over there. They let Gabe and Max walk in all these pieces. Go ahead and grab Dame and get it over with. Should have addressed that early on, but just to reiterate, going on from there, the Hawks. They're kind of please. They're almost losers to me because they're please do something, but because they're please do something, they're losers. Like they need to do something, but yeah. So I almost put them as losers. Like I see what Trey and DeJounte could be. They let John Collins go for nothing.
Right.
I talked about that Rudy Gay jersey is going to be the highest jersey of all time over there, and I'll leave it at that. But beyond that, I see they have young pieces that are elevating. I see what Jalen Johnson could be. I see DeAndre Hunter is still there. So they should have pieces that could put it together, but they haven't quite yet. And there have been rumblings about a DeJounte trade already. There were rumblings about a trade possibly already. So if they're going to pull the trigger on one of those, then do that. But because they haven't, are just sitting there with all these pieces that don't quite mesh, almost like the Raptors in a way. Like they have pieces that should work but aren't. So because of that, I have them actually as a loser, though they would fit in the other section there. So we'll see, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong about that. These two teams here, Grizzlies and Celtics, made a big trade.
Yeah,
Marcus Smart's on the Grizzlies. They also added Derrick Rose. They lost Dylan Brooks. But Jaw suspended for a little while. So yeah, and how you view the Grizzlies?
Lost Tyus Jones too. But personally, I kind of think they're winners with getting Marcus Smart and having him hold down the fort, like while Ja is out those 25 games. I think it's a perfect fit, like culture wise, their team need wise, as far as their defense and some playmaking. So I don't think they're gonna skip much of a beat. They retained Desmond Bane and extended him. They paid someone else too, big money, didn't they? Was it just Bane? It might have just been Bane. But they've got Bane, Jaren Jackson, Smart there to hold down the fort. Steven Adams probably coming back from injury. And I think like once Ja gets back too, like they're gonna be a team. They've been competitive without Ja as well, so they're gonna miss Tyus holding down the fort. But I think Marcus Smart fills the role well. So
Marcus Smart fills it well. Derrick Rose, I pointed to back in Memphis, rocking the same 23 he wore in college. Is going to be a great moment to see. Excited to see what could be of him. He didn't play a whole lot when he was last in, I think it was New York. But maybe he can get some good runs early on this next season and be a very valuable piece for them as they figure out what to do in Ja's absence. So, yeah, they have good pieces there still. And, I consider them winners as you had, even though Ja is out and they lost Dillon. So, yeah, I'm cool with that.
I think the Celtics are winners too, but they still need a point guard. I'll have them as offseason winners.
You don't think Delano Banton is the point guard of the future for the Celtics?
I respectfully do not. But I think they still need a point guard just to facilitate and just run the offense.
I was thinking this too. Whatever happened to Carson Edwards? Remember how mad we were when they drafted him?
Oh yeah.
We were hot when he got drafted.
It's real tough for those shorter guys that kind of go off. That's why I'm rooting for the Kansas State point guard. I forget where he got drafted.
Toronto.
Okay, but yeah, I'm rooting for him. It's tough for those guys that are like 5'10".
We thought he would be the next step. We had high hopes. We were like, man, but hasn't quite worked out there. But
I'm pretty sure he's in the G League, Carson Edwards. But
man, he continues to work his way.
Yeah, but I think they're winners with the Porzingis deal. I think that does make them better, but they still have a missing piece there to me at the point guard position. And then I think the Cavs are losers actually. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't remember other major moves beyond the Max Strus deal, re-signing Caris LeVert.
The same as the Hawks. Like they're losers because they haven't done anything major. Like Strus is cool, but I don't think they get someone with a hump. And the additions that they made that I'm thinking of, they added
Monty Bates,
which if they can get him to really get his IQ up to where it should be,
his shot selection,
yeah. I'm trying. Hey, we call him next KD. Like he had upside, but
of course he's got talent.
Quite there as hope. So if they can maximize him. Then they have another great piece there that surely can get them over the hump. But for right now, I guess losers. I guess you can give me a reason.
Yeah. I just think like they didn't. You could argue, please do something as well. Like they're missing a piece or two there. Like you've got Donovan and you've got the Twin Towers like Allen and Mobley, but they didn't make a whole lot of moves other than the Strus deal and retaining Caris.
There were rumblings of a Jared Allen trade. There were rumblings of a Darius Garland trade. They kind of dismissed that quick, but there are at least talk that may still be happening behind the scenes that they tried to cover up for a little while going on. So they're trying to readjust things potentially a little bit, and we'll see what move they decide to make there. So
I mean they've got young guys that can ascend even more with Garland and Mobley there.
Right.
But just in terms of this offseason, I don't think
they
did a whole lot.
Got it. So that's how we have right now our offseason rankings of squads based on their moves and all of that. I'm excited to see how things progress from here. Surely the offseason is just getting started, as we just talked about. Summer league is getting underway and things of that nature. So moves are still to be made, and we'll adjust accordingly as things go on. But as of today, July 4th, happy Tuesday to y'all again. This is how we have it. So good stuff here. Thank y'all for tuning in as you do. This is the main part of the episode. The last part we wanted to do, and we'll do this at the very end real quick. A new trend has popped up across the sports world on these crossover grids where you have these grids of teams. Three, I'll pull it up. You have 3 teams up top, 3 teams on the side. You have to find players that fit into the box accordingly. This site that we have is literally called Crossover Grid. You get 9 guesses. Can I go ahead and zoom in here? You get 9 guesses. I guess 1 per square. If you get one wrong, that's it. So you got to make sure you choose wisely on how you put it together. Again, shout out Crossover Grid for putting it together. They have an NFL one that we'll surely revisit at another point. But for right now, for the NBA one, let's go ahead and get it going. Up top, the 3 teams are the Hornets, the Thunder, and the Celtics. And down the side are the Lakers, the Raptors, and the Magic. So let's see what players line up.
Yeah, I started it a minute ago. So like there was a few that I thought of with
first one to mind.
Okay.
Does Kobe count for Hornets and the Lakers? I don't want to guess it.
I wouldn't guess it just because he only played for the Lakers. Like,
got it.
He was drafted there, but
got it.
But Russell Westbrook for Lakers and Thunder, obviously. And for Lakers and Celtics, I had Rondo.
Salute.
And then Magic and Thunder, I had Oladipo. But other than that, I'm fresh, so we could put our heads together for the rest of these.
Oh my God! Somebody was just on the Lakers and went to. Wasn't Montrez on the Lakers and the Hornets?
Yes,
he's on the Hornets right now, ain't he? He was on there before the Sixers.
Yeah, I believe he was there.
Yeah. Okay.
I gotta fix the glasses.
I know the Magic more. Magic and the Celtics. Rashard Lewis, right, was on. That's going back. I don't know if they go back like that. But
was he on the Celtics?
I could have swore he was.
He was on. I know he's on the Sonics. I know he's on.
I could have swore he was on the Celtics, but we can wait.
I don't know.
Let's go down the current roster. So they have Tatum and Brown obviously are not there.
Yeah.
Brogdon, no. Porzingis, no. Al Horford, was it ever on the Magic? No.
No.
Rob Williams, no. Going slightly backwards. Was Cantor ever on the Magic? That's a random name, but it just came to mind because he bounced around a whole lot.
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Who else?
Magic is tough. Shaq.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
He started there, and he was washed with the Celtics. But,
right. Hated him for a moment for that. He behind enemy lines for that. Guy complete the rainbow, I guess. So
I guess. Yeah, that's true.
Celtics and the Raptors.
I feel like there's a recent guy that was on both. Raptors.
Oh, real quick, because he's been on every team. Has Jeff Green been on? He was on the Thunder. He was on the Celtics.
Yeah.
Was he on? He was on the Magic. Was he on the Raptors?
Said Jeff Teague? I don't think he was on the Raptors.
Jeff Green.
Oh, Jeff Green?
Jeff Teague might have been on the Raptors, though. Wasn't he on the Celtics, too, for a second?
Teague was on the Celtics, I believe. I don't think he was on the Raptors, though.
Oh, all right.
You said Jeff Green?
Jeff
Green's been on a lot of teams, yeah.
He was on the Celtics for sure. He was on the Thunder for sure. He was on the Magic for sure. I don't know about
I don't know if he was on Toronto, though.
The Raptors or the Hornets, though. I don't think he was. All right.
We struggling with the Raptors players. Huh?
Yeah. That's tough.
No, I was going to say, because Thaddeus Young been on a lot of teams, but he wasn't on the Hornets or the Thunder or the Celtics.
Thaddeus Young was on the Raptors.
He's on the Raptors.
And the Hornets.
He's on the Hornets?
I could have swore he was on the Hornets.
You can try it. I don't think so.
Oh, shit.
I don't think so.
All right. I could have swore. Well, there goes one of our guesses.
All right.
3 spots left. What can we do?
Damn, we got to get a Raptors player.
Yeah.
The Thunder haven't been around that long, so it might be easier to go Thunder. Who's been on the Thunder that was on the Raptors, dude? You over there cheating?
No. I have something else that I wanted to pull up.
Yeah, something else. Yeah.
No. You'll see this.
Okay.
You'll appreciate it.
Thunder and Raptors. Dang.
Thunder and Raptors.
Was like
That's a nasty combo. Having both those
it really is. I'm trying to
horrible.
I'm trying to think of like I don't know. I don't remember if like Cephalosha played for the Raptors. Like I know he played for the Thunder.
5-0 Cephalosha. Jesus Christ.
what a pull.
I got a bad guess. I'll give you a guess, and we'll just see how it goes from there, just for the sake of moving forward. 5-0 is not
no Cephalosha. Who are you thinking of?
I had nothing for that one. I said my get for Thaddeus Young. So
that's what you mean.
Guess you had a bad guess. We had 2 spots left, so let's just try to get 2 of these.
Magic
and Hornets. I feel like there's somebody obvious that we just.
It's like a lot of these teams are bad. Like have been bad. It's like.
Was Vince Carter on the? Vince Carter was on the. No. Jesus Christ, man.
Ibaka, Thunder and Raptors. That was the obvious one I was trying.
Thunder Raptors. He's also on Celtics, wasn't he? Oh no, maybe not.
No,
but
not
Ibaka.
Celtics. Yeah.
All right, there we go. All right. Who else bounced around a lot? Was Isaiah Thomas ever on the Raptors?
He was on the Hornets. I don't think he was on the Raptors or Magic though.
We got 1 spot left, so
trying to go 7 for 9
at least.
Celtics. Matt, we should have had Matt on to help us with the Celtics.
Yeah, nah. No help this time. He would play out some weird name. Ralph Lawrence or some name he had last time.
Rafe LaFrance. No, somebody pull somebody from the 40s or something.
What's that one's name? Rafer Alston? Didn't he play for? That's a random name. Wasn't he on the Raptors and the Celtics? Oh my God.
He might have been.
Of that. I'm gonna just try it. No. All right. Well, that's it.
I was trying to think of maybe like Von Wafer or something too, but
6 and 9. They don't give you the answers.
Oh, they don't have any answers on this one?
No, because there'd be too many. But because of that, there is another one that is popular right now too. This one is called where you go? This one is called Crossover Grid. And for a redemption, real quick, or maybe not real quick, but we'll try it. Okay. There's also one called Hoop Grids as well. This one is a little bit more broad. It has teams as well. It also has a stat. So it has 200 plus 3-pointers as well in the season for a team for this one, or we'll have rebounds or whatever. So that's it for this time. For the sake of it, we're already here going long, so we'll go ahead and add this one in as a redemption arc for ourselves. Let's see what we do with this one. Up top, it has the Thunder, again, the Trailblazers. And then for a stat, it has 200 plus 3-pointers. Right. And then down the other side, it has the Sixers, the Cavs, and the Magic. For 3-pointers, I'm pretty sure wasn't Peja, or no, not Peja. Wasn't he the Turkoglu on the Magic squad and he got a bunch of shots? Or even JJ Redick on that squad and got a bunch of shots.
He was on the Magic.
One of those two, I'm sure. JJ. This one does not have guesses. It just shows when you get it right. So
that's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean you can guess JJ.
There you go. Oh. Okay. Nope.
You could guess Hito if you want to.
Hito. Nope, not one of them either. Dang. What was the guy's name I said last time? Rashard Lewis?
Yeah.
Rashard Lewis.
Got it. Hey.
There it is. I know he played somewhere.
Oh, well, I know he played on the Magic.
I would love to see Chuck and Chuck do this.
Oh my God,
they'd be stumped.
Who he play for?
Yeah. This is an updated version. That'd be hilarious.
Oh,
all right. Trailblazers and Magic. I feel like that's somebody recent. Didn't Justice Winslow play on the Trailblazers and the Magic? Wasn't he drafted by Orlando?
I don't think he was on the Magic, but you can try it.
No, he was on the Trailblazers for sure though.
Yeah, he's on the Blazers.
3-pointers:
Cavaliers.
LeBron, Kyrie, Kyle Korver.
You could try Kyrie.
Oh,
Try LeBron, obviously. I don't feel like he wasn't taking threes like that though.
no, fraud. Kyle Korver.
Yeah, who else was on that team? Like J.R. Smith.
Dang, they even they have one. Like, J.R. Smith got a bunch of shots. And J.R. Smith, there you go. All right.
Hey.
The Sixers, who was on that squad getting enough shots? Who's their shooter?
Oh, Redick. You could try Redick there.
There's a Redick again. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right. So now we can just do teams. Thunder and Sixers.
Thunder.
Oh, Harden.
Yeah.
James, James Harden.
Yep.
Thunder and Cavs. Oh, that seems so obvious for some reason.
Perk. Did he play in the Cavs? Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Perkins, yeah.
Perk. For the Magic and the Thunder.
Oladipo.
All right, and then we're stuck. I think this is the Blazers game we got stuck on, or is this somebody else?
No, I don't think it was
Raptors.
Yeah.
But Blazers and Sixers. Ooh. Interesting.
Who was he? Yeah. I'm trying to think of Blazers players, man. This is
it's a challenge. Okay, let's just, so for the sake of content and not have big pauses, let's just go down the current roster.
Okay.
So or at least somewhat current roster. They had Dame recently. They had CJ McCollum.
Obviously.
Justice Winslow. I keep thinking just Winslow for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, Winslow,
Jeremy Grant.
Yeah.
No. Oh wait.
Josh Hart.
He was on the Sixers, wasn't he? Jeremy Grant was on the Sixers.
I don't think so. Was he?
Yeah. Okay.
I forgot that.
Sixers and Cavs. All right. So again, Dame, CJ, Justice, Nurkic. Who else do they have? That's kind of a vet over there.
It's like
this is random, but did Brandon Roy only played with the Blazers, right?
Yeah. Danny Green, but Danny Green wasn't on the Blazers.
Danny Green's been everywhere, but the Blazers, of course.
Jeff Green wasn't on the Blazers either, huh?
I don't think so, but we can try it. Might as well.
Magic.
He for sure was on the Cavs, right? So he would have been all right. Yeah. All right.
Magic and Blazers. Oh no, they didn't trade anyone. I thought they had like a trade between each other.
That's what I kept thinking of Justice Winslow from, but I guess it wasn't him. Seth Curry has bounced around a lot. He was on the Blazers, I swore.
He was on the Cavs or the Magic, though.
He wasn't on the Magic. All right.
Stink.
Home teams on you. Put the Lakers on here. God. Or the Lakers, Celtics, Knicks. Help us out. My God.
Did Hardaway play for anyone else? Like Tim Hardaway Sr.? Like, because he played on the Magic, but did he play on the Blazers?
Mute. I got one. Larry Nance Jr., right? Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. All right. Come on now. Let's beat this up. Blazers and Magic.
Hey, these are
tough, a nasty jump. Either way, going from Orlando to Portland is crazy. That is insane. We will never see that finals.
I hope not.
Oh my God.
I'm just trying to think of Blazers players, man.
I just go down the lineup. Just go down the team players they had. I keep doing that. Dame, CJ.
I know. Dame, we know it's not Dame or CJ.
Justin Holiday bounced around a lot. It's a random name, but he was on one of them teams I could have swore.
You could try it. Holiday.
Oh.
Who was on the damn
Think of big names. Okay, who's been big for the Magic?
Like I was saying, for the Magic.
Shaq, of course, was over there for a while.
Right.
Tracy McGrady was there for a while. He didn't play for them.
No.
Garrison Oladipo. What guards have they had over there? Just in general.
Like Steve Francis.
Steve Francis. Jameer Nelson.
You could try Jameer Nelson. Oh, DJ Augustine, maybe? I don't know if he played for Portland though.
One of them two had to. My God, y'all play everywhere.
just hating on journeyman now. Huh?
Get us out of here, DJ. Where's it at?
There it is.
Oh yeah, D.J. One of those. All right. See, I was hating and that was wrong. All right, come on now. DJ Augustine
pissing me off.
Andre Miller didn't play for them. He played for the Trailblazers, I thought. Not the Magic, I don't think.
Played for the Nuggets.
Random. Did Steve Blake play for them?
He played for the Blazers. I don't know if he played for the
Blazers. He didn't play for the Magic. Dang.
Try I don't know, like Courtney Lee or something. I don't know if he played for Portland.
Man, that's a name right there. Courtney Lee. Courtney. I'm
trying to think of like when the Magic went to the finals, like that team. Dwight didn't play for Portland, huh?
No. I'm trying. Who was that lineup? It was like Jameer.
Yeah.
It was like JJ, right?
Did Grant Hill ever play for Portland?
That's a good name.
I know Phoenix and Orlando, but
God dang, get us out of here. So for those watching, you see the difference between crossover and if you like to have guesses, you can just be done. Go to crossover, here all day. Go to Hoop Grid.
The MLB one is nice because it gives you like the top answers of the day too.
Okay,
that would have worked.
Got it. Yeah, it's a working. This is brand new for both these sites.
Working out the kinks.
Yeah. We're getting there. Work in progress.
Portland and Orlando. Did Mikhail Petrus ever play for the?
That's what I think of. How do you spell his name though? Petrus.
Yeah, right there. Did Hito play for Portland? No, probably just Orlando.
This is crazy. Did anybody play for this? I'm telling you, that's a crazy jump. Like, I don't know why you would sign to either one of them teams and then go to the other squad. Like, it's a crazy.
Portland and Orlando. My God.
my God.
I feel like there's like an obvious name that we're like just overlooking.
Mo Wagner. Who was a random name? Zach Collins. He's been around a little bit. He was on the Trailblazers. I don't know about the Magic though.
Because both these teams have a lot of young players now too. Like they haven't.
Oh, did Aaron Aflalo play for both of them squads?
Oh, maybe. Did he play for Portland? I think so.
Yes!
Let's go. I should have known. That's my guy. God. I should have known that.
Oh my God.
That's my family friend, my Compton boy. I should have remembered.
Come on, man. It took me to figure it out. Come on, what are we doing? Thank God.
I used to be jealous of Aaron Aflalo, man.
Okay. that is that. A long, unnecessarily long episode in the book.
He might be the only player that's played for Portland and Orlando.
I guess so. But a crazy grab that I don't know where I pulled that from, but we finally got it done in the 55th hour. So
yep.
That will be it. We'll surely return to this if things go on. If episodes are ever short, we might sink this in for the sake of it because these refresh every day.
It's summertime.
So definitely some fun things to add for you there. So a lot of good stuff here. If you're watching this, haven't made yours yet and need a cheat sheet, and you don't want to take all day for it, here you go. You have our answers there for sure. For this one and for where's the other one and the crossover grids, we got at least a few right there. So if you watch this by the end of the day, here you go. And fun stuff there. We also talked about, we revisit real quick. We have our tiers for the free agency so far. A lot of good stuff here for you guys. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm wrapping this up because I'm tired now. It's been a long episode. Any last words from you, Alec?
Nah, we're good. We're good.
All right, man. We out of here. Again, happy Tuesday for y'all. Be safe out there. Like I said last time. Don't be too close to the fireworks as they go off, and have a nice Jubilee on your family and all that. Sure, it'll be a nice day. Excuse me. I'm looking forward to everything going on beyond that. So a lot of good stuff here. We'll get more into other sports as we go on this off season. I'm excited to keep things rolling here. So appreciate y'all. Like, rate, review, subscribe, comment, share, all the good stuff. We appreciate all the love, and we'll see you guys again real soon, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Deuces.
I'm going to bed. Oh my God.